Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. I think this is behind the scenes so far of Dalek Civil War Part 2, if you're not already aware, even though it tells you in the title. But anyway, I think this part went a hell of a lot better than last time. Yeah, I just think it was better, to be honest. I just think it ran smoothly, I guess. I don't know. Okay, fine. I will be honest, there was a flaw that there was something that I am worried about looking back on it, that I was worried about this part, so, yeah. Okay, well, actually, one major before I was doing it, but then ended up being actually okay, which was, the major thing before doing the actual thing and then actually rewatching it and then thinking it was okay was this. Dalek is a custom Dalek which I bought on eBay a long time ago. Well, I didn't buy, my mum got me it, which is nice of her to get me. I couldn't find its exterminator gun, but it came with this like crab claw kind of thing. It's really cool because it's like the experiment Dalek, and that they have in the science bunker. And the crab claw, I was thinking, oh, that'll be not as menacing as an exterminator gun, and it ends up as actually pretty vicious. I mean, it pretty much gets to one of the eye stalks, pulls it up, and just goes like that, and pulls it right up and stuff. And I got some right cool, like, bits where the Dalek's like, you know, and I do like a full 360 spin around. Of like a Dalek on the floor and stuff dying and whatnot, which was pretty badass, to be honest, if I don't say so myself. So yeah, I was a bit worried about that. The other thing I was worried about was the fact that I was thinking, oh, people will just be like, oh my god, why didn't that Dalek just go exterminate and kill the Doctor or whatnot, you know, when I come back to this base, you know, but you know, then I thought, oh, okay, well, I'll have to introduce Davros, even though that was going to be like the cliffhanger, that Davros was going to be in there, in this and that, and stuff. That was going to be the cliffhanger for part 2, but it ends up being the cliffhanger, but we kind of build upon it a bit to a nice foundation, so we can build upon it and just have, you know, more scenes with Davros, I guess, instead of, you know, it being the cliffhanger and then me needing to build him up more so in the next part, and that, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so that was basically it, really. I think I was really worried about that Dalek thing. That was really getting me annoyed. I was like, oh my god, what happens if someone says this thingy was like, you know, the Dalek wasn't exterminating him, you know, in the base whilst he was there the second time around, or whatever. And stuff, and that, but, you know, but yeah, so basically the insane Dalek, what went rampage, killed that Dalek, or, yeah, destroyed that one. These two are okay, and Davros appears at the end, so yeah. The other thing was that I, got this Mega Bloks cannon-y thing. I thought that would be a cool idea, you know, for the artillery, so that's okay, I guess, I don't know. I'm just really trying to drive home that in my mind, that these ones are more powerful. And that even though in design I do prefer the gold and bronze and gold Daleks because I grew up with those ones. So yeah, even though these ones probably look better, kind of more war machine-like, I guess, I don't know. And then I quite like a lot of the designs. I grew up with those ones, so I like those the most. Not even going to start with those. Those I like because they're very dark, kind of gothic horror-y, kind of War Machine-esque. You know, if a Dalek was going to be realistic, it'd look like that. I always think, you know, that close scheme. And then these ones just look cool altogether, you know, because of all the similar colour scheme, you know, the black domes, the black and the baby blue, it all just corresponds really well. That's why I think I like that, and that. But yeah, obviously, as we know, at the end of part 2, he kind of goes on a mini rant about, you know, how he really does hate the other Daleks, and that. and the Doctor's trying to show him that there is light at the end of the tunnel, kind of thing, I guess. But yeah, yeah, there's more battle scenes and stuff, whatnot, on the kind of front lines, kind of thing, happening. This is supposed to be like a science base kind of thing, kind of underground bunker kind of place. So that's that. This is supposed to be just like an outdoory, vast kind of wastelandy place, you know, kind of like Genesis or Daleks type thing. I'm not saying that this is to that scale, obviously, you know, in storytelling, no way, Jose, but, you know, and that, but yeah, part one seemed to have gone really well, to be honest. I don't know if it's just me, rewatching it quite a few times, or if it's actually lots of other people as well, but, you know, seems to have got really popular pretty well. Figure adventure wise out of my videos, you know, pretty popular pretty quick. So yeah, but usually the first part usually does, because obviously it's the first part, you know, of a story, and so people are obviously going to be interested in a totally new story and whatnot. Hopefully this doesn't drag or whatnot, you know. I'm hoping that's the thing, you know. You might be like, oh my god, I've seen the Daleks do pew pew pew, what more can you do, you know, and that and stuff like that. I don't know, but yeah, I think that is something that a lot of people might be getting annoyed at. I did say in my last behind the scenes video that I was trying to get more, try and get more Skittle Daleks, Paradigm Daleks into this part or into the next part, which I didn't end up doing. Sorry. Again, it's just that I have to put them all like on these shelves in front of my Doctor Who DVDs because if I put them all back where they normally are, as I said in my last behind the scenes so far kind of video, then it'd be such a pain to get them all back out, and literally it would be like, you know, the time in which I did part 1 and this part 2 of Dalek Civil War, I'd be drastically like far apart, you know, because I'd always put it off, you know, put off trying to get them all and stuff, and it'd be just such a nuisance, you know, and that, which is a shame, because I think Dalek Civil War's looking out to be a very, very good finale for the 11th Doctor. So yeah, if you didn't already know, it is a finale of the 11th Doctor's last figure adventure. I have said that on quite a few different behind the scenes so far, so if you're not already aware, that is that. I don't think that's a spoiler, I guess it is. I guess it is, but, you know, some things are secret, obviously, you know, there's future events and ideas that I've got that are planned for Series 6, because this is also the last episode of Series 5, and interestingly enough, one of my friends is writing the first part to, first episode to Series 6, so yeah, hopefully I interpret what he wants me to read from his stories, from his scripts, well, and put them into on screen well, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm a bit worried about that, because I've only usually flown solo on this, but yeah, but it'll be nice, you know. I mean, his script is massively detailed and in depth, you know, really fleshed out story and stuff, which I like, but I'm just a bit worried that then puts more pressure on me, you know. Do I follow it exactly or whatnot, you know, and stuff, but I don't know, that's a whole another ball game. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed part 2 of Dalek Civil War, and we'll continue to watch part 3, 4 and 5 and 6. Thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.